The scene in Las Vegas since the early hours. He is back with us now. John.
Jeff, we're right off the end of the Las Vegas airport here. The concert was being held between the airport and the Mandalay Bay. When people began fleeing, they fled all this way, came across this open field that's just at the end of the airport, running away from this gunfire. It was relentless. The witnesses, the people who were at this concert, describe it as relentless gunfire that just seemed to go on and on and on. There'd be brief pauses where people would try to scramble to safety, but the shooting then continued again. They believe when the shooter reloaded. Now, he was on the 32nd floor of the hotel here. Behind me, the 32nd floor, had been there for 3 days, apparently, watching this concert, perhaps. The concert lasted for 3 days. It was a 3-day festival. This was the final performance. The headliner, Jason Aldean, had been on the stage for 3 or 4 songs, we're told, when people began to hear pops. At first, they thought perhaps it was part of the performance, but then they realized, particularly as some began to see people getting wounded. I talked to one woman who saw the woman beside her take a shot to the stomach. Blood began to appear, and she fell down. They knew that this was a very serious situation. Began, when they could, to flee from the scene. But they'd say they'd think they were in safety, and then they'd hear more shots. It was a terrifying night in Las Vegas. This city shut down. The Las Vegas Strip shut down. The airport shut down. The freeway shut down for hours. It was after 8 o'clock this morning that hotels here finally came out of lockdown. A little after that, when the MGM and the Mandalay Bay finally reopened to let guests come and go. But this was a night of terror, and now this hotel is associated with, the worst shooting in American history, worst mass shooting in American history. Jeff?
John Blackstone, thank you very much. As you hear the roar of planes taking off around John, Las Vegas, one of the few American cities where the airport is directly next to the city, or at least the Strip itself. Fran Townsend was Homeland Security Advisor to President George W. Bush.